Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast, Pop Culture in the Dark. I hope everybody can hear me okay. I think my mic's working. Um, how's everybody doing tonight? It is Thursday, July 23rd, 2026. We have, hold on, I've got them over here on the production cam. How many videos do we have today? One, two, three. Wait, hold on. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven videos to watch today. And I don't know if that's all of them. We might have more. There might be more. It's a lot of trailers to look at. So we're going to cover that tonight. We don't have a ton of guests. Obviously, most of the regulars are in California. However, I'm hoping that we have, I think Darren is stopping in. And maybe Omega. Maybe we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Everybody having a good week so far? Any complaints? Anything on your mind? Yeah, I'm trying to find the Grace Randolph tweet now. I didn't think people would want me to talk about it because it is Grace, but she made a comment about the trailer, the Clayface trailer. So we'll get to that trailer in a moment. And we'll talk about it here. Let's see, where is it at? Oh gosh, she's crashing out. Oh no, she's crashing out. Oh my god. She's going back and forth with people on Twitter. That's not good. That's not good. And it's bad stuff. It's like boomer shit. Oh god. Okay. Anyway, Darren showed up here. We're gonna talk about the Avatar. We got that trailer loaded up too as well. So we're gonna talk about that. Interesting time to be an Avatar fan with this trailer, the controversy around this, the controversy around the movie. It's just very interesting
came
time.
out today too.
Oh, did it? Is there a trailer for that?
I mean, trailers came out months ago.
Well, no, I mean, is there like a recent one that we can look at? I didn't know there was a game.
Yeah, it's like an Injustice, like Mortal Kombat sort of.
Oh,
thing.
wait, I think we did look at a trailer for that.
Yeah.
I just don't remember. Yeah, okay, got it. So, oh, by the way, starting, I'm not sure if it's going to start in August or not, but the Nerdcast at starting probably, we'll say September. Starting in September, guests will be able to stream to their channels for the Nerdcast. So that way, if people want to like just go live while they're here, they can, or however they want to do it. The only issue is people have to police their own comments. Like if you have a troll in your comment section, you have to deal with it. Okay, so I was supposed to go to Comic-Con like I've gone to New York Comic-Con before, right? But I was supposed to go to Comic-Con in San Diego, and I've attempted to go to the ones. Okay, I'm kind of embarrassed by this story because it's really funny, but I got my credentials in the mail because I was approved. And if you go back on the channel, you might even be able to find the videos of this. But there was a Supergirl writer named Eric Johnston, who still is, I believe, writes articles for some of the sites out there. He probably got my credentials, and I got his credentials somehow. I don't know how. I still have the actual badge in the other room. And I got it so close to Comic-Con, and it was the first one I would be going to as like a, personality influencer, whatever you want to call it. They have really strict guidelines, or at least they did when I was doing it, where you can't change them out beyond a certain point. And so I got it so late that I wasn't sure if I would be able to get it changed before I left. And I wasn't about to go all the way out to LA or San Diego or anywhere in California and not have the ability to get in. Like, that's just not, it's not good. I have a friend that lives out there, another DJ out there who's going to let me stay at his place. So it wasn't a issue of like, getting a hotel room or a Airbnb or anything like that. It really was. I just didn't want to waste my time going out there and being stuck in another state. I actually prefer this, to be honest. Look, it's always a fun experience to go and like be there one time. Even with New York Comic Con, I would say the same thing. To go and be there one time, but it's not as easy to do this where we sit down and we kind of go through everything. Because think about this: all those guys are probably having a blast there, but in terms of content, they've got to wait until they get back, and then they have to like push out a bunch of stuff. So, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of stories. I go to Dragon Con. Now, Dragon Con for me is much more fun. It's much more immersive. It doesn't have as many big reveals, but it's better for like socializing. It's a more chill atmosphere. It's in Atlanta. I really like Atlanta. I know Atlanta gets a bad rap, but I like Atlanta. So, cons are workouts too. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It really is.
Yeah.
So I'm not about that life. I'd rather sit here with you guys and chat about it, to be honest. Because I can order pizza here. I don't have to pay. Like at cons, like you think cons are expensive just to go to. When I go to Dragon Con, if you want to get any sort of food in a area that's close by you, you're paying like 3 times as much. Yeah. One slice of pizza from Papa John's is as much as like a medium pizza from them. It's like $10 or something. So they make a ton of money. Matter of fact, the Papa John's that they typically have set up at Dragon Con, the owners of those franchises said they make their entire year on that weekend. Their entire year. But I was like, you're crazy. But it's fine. Naruto here, channel member, says Avatar game got delayed for Xbox until September. So it's out for what, PlayStation? And is it on all platforms or?
I would assume it's on PC as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Lowell says you cover the news of the hotel. Well, some people do. Some people will do like a live stream from their phone or something.
Yeah.
So when I went to Dragon Con back during the height of the Arrowverse, I did try one year to sit down and do regular content while I was there because I was going to a lot of panels, things like that. It is a hassle with the Wi-Fi at a hotel to do anything reliably, and having to take all your equipment and sit and edit in your room for like an hour and a half after you've gone out and done stuff. It's just not the tea. Like I would not recommend it for anybody. It's not a cute time. So no, you could do it. It's actually easier for people that have editors. So like, for example, if I had an editor online that I was paying to edit my videos, I could just go film stuff, put it on a cloud and let the editor do it. But most of us, as far as I know, including all the guys, that are there right now, don't have on-call editors to make their content. So, we're not Emergency Awesome or any of those channels where they have people at their beck and call.
No.
All right. So I'm gonna name all the things that I have lined up, and then you can tell me if there's anything that I've missed because I've tried to get everything. Because it's basically going to be Trailer Palooza tonight. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so I have the trailer for the new Wolverine story trailer, which I think will be interesting to look at. There's a lot of drama about how he looks with his mask off. I've heard a lot of complaints, so we'll take a look at that. Then I have the Avatar 7 Havens trailer. Then we have the Clayface trailer, which I didn't get because that came out yesterday, I think, and I didn't get a chance to look at it. The Batman Nightfall trailer, the Coyote versus Acme final trailer. Let's see, what else do I have here? The Resident Evil trailer.
Okay.
And that's what I have right now. So am I missing anything? Or
there's a new the Johnny Depp Christmas story.
I saw that. Yeah, that popped up right before I went live. Yeah, the Ebenezer or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to listen. This might be copyright shit, but they released music for Vision Quest, like the main theme for Vision Quest. But that might be like copyright.
We will save that. If we have extra time at the end, we'll do it there. I don't, I'm already going to have, by the way, if you're watching this on playback, I can't guarantee that there's going to be any content to watch. Like it might just be like no trailers. And then we're talking That might be all you get. So you have to go watch them yourself, but we'll see.
I don't know what this is. There's a Gundam anime series trailer as well.
I did see that. Yeah, I don't have that one lined up, but we'll keep that one in the background just in case.
Okay.
Right. And I think that's pretty much it. There is some Twitter stuff I have bookmarked just in case.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Odyssey doing incredible right now. Look, I'm not going to pretend it's my favorite movie of the year. I did enjoy it. I went and saw it one time, not in IMAX or Limax. I thought it was good, but I'm glad it's doing well, particularly because of all this right-wing culture war stuff that's been going against it. I think it's, first of all, it doesn't have to be the best movie in the world. It doesn't even have to be a good movie, technically. Just people attacking it because there's a black person in it or a trans person in it or whatever. Yeah. It's really fucking pathetic. So I'm glad it's doing well. And it's a Christopher Nolan movie. So even if it's just an okay movie, by your standards, it's still going to be higher level than most movies you see in theaters, simply because it's Christopher Nolan. So anyway, so Diamond Jim says here, do you see Tom Holland said Jean Grey's not in Spider-Man? I don't believe any of those earned media spots or interviews. Like, that's why when we watch them, it's fun to kind of figure out what they're talking about. But this is one of the times where I don't think he would just come out and say it. So I'm not going to...
In fact, that makes me... Oh,
Joe in the back. Sorry, go ahead. Finish your saying, Darren.
In fact, that statement makes me think she's in it more than I thought originally.
Well, you shouldn't say anything because a confirmation or a denial gives people information. That's why it's better. Yeah. That's why when James Gunn was doing that initially, I was like, well, this is kind of cool. And then I'm like, wait, but this means we can figure stuff out, because when you give one answer, it answers something else. So we got Crazy Joe in the house. What's up, Joe?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, good. We're going to watch trailers. We got a lot of trailers this week. So
all right.
Pretty exciting stuff. I'm actually really excited. I haven't watched the Acme versus Coyote one yet, but that's one of the movies that I'm really looking forward to.
Got my tickets tonight.
Oh, did you? They're already on sale for you? They weren't for me yet. When does it come out again?
August 28th, I think.
Oh, yeah. See, my little theater nearby, they only put tickets up about like a week and a half to 2 weeks before something comes out. So I won't see those tickets till the middle of August. But Odyssey was the one that I had to wait on. That one, I guess they had pre-sales for that were outside of the theater because they were full the very first day. So
I did go and see it, by the way.
Okay, well, do you want to give your thoughts on it a little bit?
I mean, I don't know. It's Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like Christopher Nolan.
Yes, you mentioned that before.
this isn't the one that changed my mind. I mean, look, it's not a bad movie by any means. No way. It's not a bad movie. But I just don't dig his style.
Right. I get it.
It's not, it's it's almost too grounded. Like, I want fantastical. I want Clash of the Titans. I want that sense of whimsy. It's the same criticisms I have of his Batman. I'm not crazy about his Batman either.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, I would say you probably knew this going in that it wasn't going to be like a big, like huge fantasy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of problems with it. Like, I don't know if you know this. There's some black women in it.
Yes, that's true.
And I think there was a trans actor. So, I mean, come on. I mean, that's
audacity.
Exactly.
That's garbage.
Yeah. Crazy
well,
stuff.
I mean, regardless of how we feel about Nolan, the effect is felt. Like, he's breaking records this week. Like, they're doing bigger numbers during the week than most movies have.
Oh, yeah.
In a long time.
And that's the thing. I've never been a fan of his, and I've never rooted for him so hard as I did this week.
Yeah, I saw something. Let me see if I can find it here. There was a couple of records that I saw that were pretty incredible. I think like the Monday and Tuesday nights records for R-rated movies were broken by this movie. Let me see. I'm gonna go to Louise's account because he's the one that usually has that information, and he's usually pretty accurate on the cesspool that we call Twitter. Let's see. So it looks like this is interesting. Toy Story 5 is going to end up eyeing a $500 million run domestic, which is pretty crazy. Minions is still doing good, even if it's doing poorly for that franchise. It's still doing good in the box office.
Yeah.
I'm taking my daughter to see that this weekend, I think.
Okay.
I'm doing Hades Town tomorrow, which I'm pretty excited about. I've never seen the musical, so
my older daughter is doing that on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think.
Nice.
So this is crazy. Not even Calypso herself can hold Christopher Nolan's R-rated epic, The Odyssey, back at the box office. Sensational 18.1 million on biggest Wednesday non-opening day of 2026, crushing Toy Story's 14 million. Number 2 biggest of all time for R-rated films. Number 2 biggest for Nolan, top 5. Number 6 biggest for any July release ever, top 5. It's only gonna have a 15.4% drop from Tuesday, according to this.
Yeah.
Going into Wednesday. When was this out? When was this post on? This was the 23rd. So it's today. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I mean, Christopher Nolan is like the king of like word of mouth, where like, you know, it's an original period piece movie. Inherently, it's not going to do, like, obviously it did well opening weekend, obviously, but like that's a movie that the conversation's going to spread, and then people are going to be like, oh, okay, everyone's loving this movie. I have to go watch this movie.
We've said this for a while, and I don't think anybody's really pushed back on us, but the second weekend is a heavy word of mouth thing for movies. Like, it's probably the biggest word of mouth you're going to have is in that second weekend, and then after that, it's just people that are watching it that haven't had a chance to go see it. But the first, like, this movie, the reason why I talked about how the hate campaign failed is the opening weekend was incredible. So they already failed with opening weekend. And if you're going to make a hate campaign work, it's going to happen on the first weekend, not the second weekend, because that doesn't make any sense. It has to happen on the first weekend. And then they tried to say, oh, well, some people might still be swayed by the interviews and the red carpets. Bro, if it didn't sway them from the opening weekend, it's not going to sway them from the second weekend. Like, the advertising campaign for this, it kind of cuts back a lot in that second week after opening. It's basically just, you're going to see commercials and Rotten Tomatoes scores and stuff like that. You're not going to see the actors doing so many spots for this movie in the second week. That's just not what you see.
I kind of feel like these idiots had failed before it even opened, because like the pre-sales showed that this was going to do record numbers. So it's like I remember they were saying it's going to flop before it opens, and I'm like, It's already a hit. It hasn't opened yet, and it's already a hit just on the pre-sales.
Did you hear that some theaters are going to keep it in theaters for months because they have so many IMAX ticket sales that they can't get everybody in? Like, because there's so little IMAX theaters that are true IMAX, that the true IMAX theaters are actually going to keep this movie in some of these theaters like well beyond the normal window because they have so many people that have purchased tickets ahead of time.
Do we think it could pass Oppenheimer?
Yes, I think it will.
Which was like, what, 900 million?
It was close to $1 billion, yeah.
It was close, yeah.
I'll tell you this, though. This whole thing just makes me hate IMAX even more. Like, IMAX needs to go down, man. Like, IMAX, somebody... I don't... Whatever this Infinity Vision is, if it could be the silver bullet that kills IMAX, I will be very happy. Because it is just bullshit that there's only 20 true IMAX theaters in the entire country, and everyone else is getting these crappy little fake IMAXs. Like, it's a joke.
I'm just checking here. I want to see what the projections are right now for Odyssey in terms of like that $1 billion range. Okay, so it says here, according to the box office website, that early predictions now say that analysts believe that the movie will hit $1 billion worldwide, that it's very likely. It's outpacing Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer debuted with 264, and it ultimately finished with 957 was Oppenheimer. It says here that what's really driving the money is that PLF in the UK, which is the large format theaters for the international money. Yeah, it says here, if this film has another really strong second weekend, $1 billion is guaranteed. And I'm pretty sure this is going to have a strong second weekend. whether you like Nolan or not, I guess he's a driver in the industry. So I honestly would have thought that he might have tried to do something a little more fantastical with it because it is such a huge mythology. But he really did try to make, with the exception of a couple of things, I don't want to spoil too many things, but with the exception of a couple things, it really is a real version of the Odyssey. Like the way the characters are portrayed for the most part.
I'll never understand Nolan. Like, I'll just never understand this guy. Like, he does things that are fantasy, like Batman and the Odyssey, and he grounds them. But then he does a movie about like Victorian magicians, and he like puts all these fantasy elements in, like clones and things, like
or like inverting time and shit like that.
Yeah,
like, all those things. Yeah,
I don't know. I love Memento. Memento is phenomenal movie. I don't think he's ever topped Memento, but that's just me.
We got a couple member chats here. Naruto, with his other member chat, says, also Avatar game releases physically on October 28th. Oh, so it's digital only until October 28th? Is that the way it works? Okay. Wasn't aware of that. Link123 with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Link. Hi, have you seen Jeremy's Toy Story 5 woke video? So can you make a video on it? Which Jeremy? Quartering or Geeks and Gamers?
Gamers, like, he was claiming they emasculated Buzz because they made him ride a unicorn and like a pink unicorn, and
not because it was funny, but because they were trying to emasculate him.
Right. And he was subservient to Jesse, and like when they kissed, he lifted his leg up. You know, like it was all that garbage.
Right.
By the way,
yeah.
I was just gonna say, Candles Jr. says he lives within 7 miles of 3 IMAX theaters. He can give me one. I got one. I got one of the best ones in the country, King of Prussia. One of the few true IMAXs. When you say you live within 70 miles of three IMAXs, are they 3 real IMAXs? That's the question. Are they 3 real? Probably not. I'm doubting it. Maybe one of them's a real IMAX, but probably not all 3.
Interesting. Link, I will check it out for sure. Thank you for the super chat. Zazman Reviews with a $2.79 super chat says, casuals every year, MCU is dead. Kevin, 2042 peeps. Yeah, we're going to find out on Saturday. Like, by the way, we should go ahead and do this before we get into our trailers. Are there any predictions for what Kevin Feige is going to give us on Saturday for the upcoming Marvel block? Because I think, Joe, were you the one that said you didn't think we were going to get anything between Doomsday and Secret Wars?
I don't think we can. Like, I don't see, unless they're already shooting. So if we are, maybe Black Panther 3, because we've heard some casting in that. Like the wheels are clearly already in motion on that.
Like Denzel Washington and stuff like that. Yeah.
But I haven't heard like I mean, they would have to be shooting, like if there's a Doctor Strange 3 or something, they got to be shooting that thing in secret. Nobody knows.
They would have had to already been filming it, or it's like a special presentation or something, or a show potentially could. I think we're looking at the next. I mean, like, even look at the the next, or like the description on the website. It says like that they're going beyond Secret Wars and stuff like that. So I think we're looking at another. What are we in phase 6 right now? We might be looking at like a phase 7 slate potentially.
So my only issue with reveals after Secret Wars is it would kind of spoil Secret Wars a little bit, right?
But that's what they did last time.
Yeah, but the only way they could do that is if they do things that we expect, like you said, Black Panther 3 or another Doctor Strange movie or something like that. We expect those. But they could say, like, what if we think a certain character is going to die, and they're like, oh, well, that movie's coming out after Secret War. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing is, I don't think we're going to get. So what I think we might get, let me tell you what I think we're going to see. 2 things. One, I believe there's a lot of people that are in Doomsday that we have not seen in the trailer.
I can see that.
Because when I watched that trailer back the other day, and there's a lot of scenes with empty open space that looks really weird from a filming standpoint. And we know that at least some of those are Doctor Doom. But I have a feeling it's other characters too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just Doctor Doom. I think there's other characters missing.
I think maybe that's why it looks kind of bad. Like
Yes.
I really like the trailer. It's a fun trailer, but there are shots where I'm like, that looks funky. That looks a little
Because they have to
weird.
hide stuff. They have to hide
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to hear like reveals of some of the people who are going to be in it, obviously, that were not in the trailer. I don't think we're going to get much more Spider-Man information. I got spoiled on Tombstone. I saw a shot of that today, and I'm like, yeah. So I don't think they're going to talk too much about that. I think we're going to find out if there is one. I think we're probably going to get, I'm going to just put this out there. I think we're going to get one movie between Secret Wars or Doomsday and Secret Wars. I don't know what it is. Black Panther 3 seems the most logical because it seems like they could tell that story depending on where it is, what happens in Doomsday, because we don't know what's going to happen with Shuri and M'Baku and all those characters. We have no idea. So they could do that. I think it makes more sense to put a third Doctor Strange in between the two movies.
Yeah.
Because Doctor Strange could be in the dark dimension, right? He might not be there because he's not even on Earth. Because we know that's what he was supposed to be doing at the end of the second movie, was he was supposed to be going in and doing that. What if he's not even on Earth and we get a movie with him somewhere else completely, and when he comes back, then he's introduced to this incursion situation, or he comes back and all of a sudden the world is owned by Doctor Doom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he walks out and that's what he sees. That to me seems like the most logical, because that would bring Doctor Strange into the fold.
That's what I would want. Like I think in a perfect world, you're right. That's 100% what they should do. I unfortunately do agree with Joe, though. They would have to have been filming like last week. Like, they would have had to, like, the script has to be done, right? The script has to be completely done and polished. All the actors are ready to go, and be like, all right, we're filming tomorrow. And even then, it would be tight. It would be, especially for Doctor Strange, which is such a VFX heavy movie. Like, I think if it's anything, it would have to be like a very like grounded, like a Black Widow sort of character. Like,
the only issue I have with it is that it's between the destruction of the world. Like, so we have the Earth, basically, that's what Doomsday means, unless they're gonna change what that means. So we're gonna see a complete refitting of what the world is, a reimagination of the world. So whatever movie comes out in between the two, there has to be, it's either not chronologically in between the two, or it ties in somehow.
Well, I'm also going to be curious. Well, like, they're going to also have to deal with like the TV stuff, because we got Daredevil next March, which is after Doomsday. So they're going to have to be like, it takes place somewhere over here.
Speaking of, I'm hearing, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm hearing some insiders talk about how good Vision Quest is. Like, some people have seen some of the episodes of it, and they're saying it's incredible. So
I believe it.
I think they might bring James Spader out and Paul Bettany.
I think we get a trailer for Vision Quest. I think we get a trailer for Vision Quest. I think they do announce a couple movies, or like not even announce, but like confirm things we already know. So I think Black Panther 3 is a shoo-in. I don't think we get a lot of info, but I think they address X-Men. I think they'd be like, hey, it's coming out 2028 or something like that.
Right.
Maybe a singular cast, something like that, but nothing crazy. Black Panther. I think I already said Black Panther too. I think we talked about it last week, Eric, but they recently came out with Nova. Nova is something that's been in kind of the works for a while. They could be like, Nova's super on its own and without anything. And then I think there's like one big surprise. I think there's like one like really crazy thing. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's more chairs. Maybe it's some, I don't know. But I think there's one big thing for sure.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Joe? You had a thought?
Sorry, Joe.
I was just gonna say, I've been hearing the same thing about Vision Quest for a while now. They've been saying it's fantastic. I don't doubt that it's good. It is the third part in the WandaVision trilogy, and the first two parts have been amazing. WandaVision and Agatha All Along, I think, are two of the three best MCU shows alongside She-Hulk. But the one area where I do kind of have a grain of salt with it is most of the people I keep hearing this, that it's great, are the same people who overpraise Terry Metalis. I don't have as much faith.
So you're having flashbacks from Picard, is basically.
Yeah, I don't have as much faith in Terry Matalas as a lot of the people that are praising it. Like Robert Meyer Burnett is like in love with Terry Matalas.
Oh, really? Oh. Cartoon 49 with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Cartoon. I saw the Odyssey twice. You saw it twice. I could only get tickets once. Once in IMAX 70mm and 70mm, and thought it was amazing. Best film of the year. I guess you saw it once in the 70mm. Okay. Best film of the year so far. Have you seen it? Yes, I saw it. I thought it was a good movie. It's not, I would say it's in the middle range of me for like Nolan movies, but I'm not like Joe. I'm not a massive like fan of Nolan's style. I like some Nolan movies, and I will concede he's a genius director. He's a very talented director, and you know, he comes up with some really good ideas and concepts, and obviously he's got a visual style and things like that. I could see why people would see this as the movie of the year. I can understand why.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably going to showcase that in the amount of money that it makes for the studio. So, by the way, what studio is this? Is it
Universal?
It's Universal. Okay, that's right. I thought it was either Paramount or Universal, but I couldn't remember who it was. But
do you want to hear my bombshell statement that will confuse even the chuds? Like they would sit there going like, I'm conflicted on this. I don't know how to feel. My bombshell statement, Supergirl was better.
Oh, I'm not going to touch that one.
Even even Gary and the critical drinker would be sitting there going, I don't know. He's hating on Nolan, but
yeah. I'll let you have that one. We have Vector, the detective, with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Vector. Brain Rodic is bad, but thousands of people keep consuming his work. At some point, Gary's viewers need to take responsibility for enabling this slop. I've said it many times. There are people who are totally okay with the echo chamber because the echo chamber does what it's supposed to do, which is just makes them feel affirmed in their feelings. And so they act like everybody else is so driven by emotion, but in actuality, the idea of what they're doing is an emotion-based concept. It's appealing to people's feelings of inadequacy and isolation and all the things that drive people to these kinds of like really bad communities, which is propaganda, and all the ideology stuff that he does is just projection. So look, there are some that need to take responsibility that are totally in on it. I agree with you. And I always call it out because I do think that also YouTube should take some responsibility for this as well, because they have made the pipeline really easy for people to jump into this content. But yeah, thank you for the super chat.
By the way, I watched your video earlier today, your Nerdrotic video. And Charlize Theron is not 60. She's the same age as us. She's 50.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even pick that up.
He aged her up by like 10 years. It's like, first of all, like you said, who cares? It doesn't matter. But it's like, he's like, oh, there's a 60-year-old with plastic surgery. No, she's the same age as me and you. She's 50.
Yeah. Cartoon with a $2 super chat. Thoughts on people like Elon making AI Odyssey? I mean, they can do what they want. Like, I don't think they're going to be very good. I'm not a big fan of the AI stuff that I've seen. Did you see the AI movie made by, what's his name? I can't think of the director's name. Why am I blanking on it? The one who did District 9.
Oh, Blomkamp, Neil Blomkamp.
Yes, I don't know why I was blanking on that.
I heard about it.
Apparently, he did like an AI short film. I watched like a couple minutes of it. It's awful. It's bad. Like, honestly, AI movies for a regular person, like if you or I wanted to make something fun to like share with friends or something like that, I could understand. But like people with a lot of money, why does Elon have to make an AI movie when he's the richest person in the world? He could just pay for a real movie. It just doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid.
Well, there's also that other thing where people are claiming that he agreed to give Mel Gibson money to make one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But see, the thing is, this is what a lot of people on the opposite end of us think. Like, I'm going to be triggered because Elon wants to make a version of the Odyssey. Okay.
I mean, he can make it.
Go ahead.
No one's going to watch it.
Right. I'm saying it can be bad. Like, it's not like he's going to make it and all of a sudden it's going to be the greatest movie ever made. Like, come on. So stupid.
Well, he's not making it either. AI's making it.
That's true. That's true.
But still, if
You're absolutely right.
It's like when the Daily Wire is like, we're going to make Snow White. Okay, number one, they didn't make Snow White, but number two, it's the Daily Wire. Nobody's watching that.
No,
it's like it's okay. You can do it. That's all right.
You notice that they've stopped churning out that kind of content. It's not even worth it for them to do it anymore. Because nobody cares about that stuff. All right, we got a super chat about Joe from Cartoon with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Cartoon. Joe seems like a contrarian, like the films critics don't like, but less favors the movies critics love. So
actually, quite the opposite. I have been on record as saying the professional critics are right 90% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always say.
But you do disagree with them on Supergirl, though, right? Like,
I disagree with that. They're not going to get it right 100% of the time. But like when people go like, you shouldn't pay attention to Rotten Tomatoes, I'm like, no, actually, you probably should, because the professional critics are right 90% of the time. Like if you look at the best pictures of the year, they're usually right. Like those usually are, those are the best pictures of the year. You know, it's like they're not wrong that often.
Fair enough. Thank you for the super chat. Justin says there's a Lanterns trailer tomorrow. Yeah, we'll cover that on Sunday. Anything that comes out tomorrow and Saturday, we're going to cover on Sunday. Which, by the way, I want to make it very clear here with Sunday's stream, since it is not a Nocturnal Nerdcast, it will only be on the Reloaded channel. So if you want to watch the Sunday stream where we cover all the Comic-Con stuff, you have to subscribe to Eric's Reloaded and watch it on that channel. So if you're already on Reloaded, you're already subscribed. It's not a big deal. You'll see the live. If you're on Debunks and you want to watch that live, it's only going to be on the Reloaded channel. But you can watch it on playback. I'm not going to take it down, but they might remove some trailers from it. So they might remove trailers from tonight as well. Very quickly, did you guys see, there's a theory about Doomsday because now we have this shot of a witch, Latvian witch. Have you seen this yet? Either of you?
I saw it. I didn't put together it was a witch.
Well, that's the actual name on the stand underneath of it. Yeah. So it's a stand-in for another person, all right? Now, here's the weird thing. Yesterday, it was this color, right? It was green like Dr. Doom. And then today, people noticed it's changed to this color. So they changed out the green for like a brown, like a yellow brown, right? So they're changing the color. People are thinking this is going to change color completely by Saturday. Like it'll be a different color altogether because they believe, based on some comic book shit, that this is actually the Scarlet Witch serving Dr. Doom in the new reality.
So it's set up for like Secret Wars, sort of?
Yeah. Yeah. Because we wondered, like, if you have access to people like the Scarlet Witch, like Franklin Richards, you can rewrite reality. Like, it's not a problem, you know? But there's also this in relation to that. So, by the way, spoiler alert for Fantastic Four if you haven't seen it already. Just throw that out there. At the end of Fantastic Four, we got a mid-credit scene where we thought Dr. Doom was visiting Franklin. But now that we see this witch's mask, it's pointed out that it's the witch's mask, not Dr. Doom, in that mid-credit scene for Fantastic Four. So it's the witch visiting Franklin in the Fantastic Four and not Dr. Doom himself. You can see the design. It's the one from the witch. Can you guys see it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so thoughts on this? Any thoughts? Do you think it's going to be Scarlet Witch or is it just a new character? Because we know that there's been a lot of talk about a certain actress not returning, you know.
Yeah.
She's not coming back or whatever. But if she's been wearing a mask for the entire movie, we wouldn't know if she was in it or not because we wouldn't see her face.
I think it's Destro.
The G.I. Joe reference.
I thought you said Deathstroke. I was like,
no, Destro's. Because G.I. Joe, there's a character named Destro who's got a silver head. So just toss it out there in chat. I'm curious what you think. What percentage do you think this is actually Scarlet Witch under this working for Doom? High or low? Like, what are we talking about?
I don't know. Elizabeth Olsen seems pretty done.
No. I'm not. So let me rephrase this. The reason why I said that is because I don't think it is Elizabeth. I think it's going to be another person playing Scarlet Witch under this
variant
mask, is what I'm saying. Yeah. like a different version. Yeah,
It's possible. It could also be just a witch, right? It doesn't have to like there's other witches in the MCU.
what if it's Agatha?
It could be Agatha. Actually, that'd get me more hyped, to be honest with you. If it's Agatha doing shit, being like, "I'll bring you back to life if you help me on my like," that would be pretty hype.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say under for Scarlet Witch, but it's possible.
Okay. So wait. Put it this way: would you rather see out of the witches we know in the MCU? Would you rather see Scarlet Witch or Agatha in this mask?
Low-key Agatha.
Okay. All right.
Hot take, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Joe, what are you thinking? We going to get Scarlet Witch back, or is this just another character we haven't met yet?
Elizabeth Olsen has hinted that she's coming back, so it wouldn't.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she said she's you know how these MCU actors are. They're always like, I can't tell you anything, but sure, yeah, wink.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was doing that stuff. So,
yeah.
I don't think Agatha would make a whole lot of sense because where we left Agatha, I mean, Agatha is a ghost where we left her. Mm-hmm. Now they can undo that, but I think we need a story where we see them undo that. I mean, like, how anticlimactic would that be? Like,
unless it's a different Agatha, though. This could be a different Agatha from another.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm thinking that whoever this is, it's not the one that we know, because we know that Doom looks like Tony, but it's not Tony, right? So I think that this character assisting him wearing the same mask is going to be someone that we know, but they aren't who they used to be, is what I'm thinking.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Pepper Potts all day, every day.
That would fit. That would fit with it. It would be
funny. I mean, it could be Sue Storm. It could be a version of Sue Storm.
Madam Web.
And I mean, oh my God, it could be Sue, and they're just calling her the Latverian witch because she's there with Franklin, and Franklin recognizes that as his mother.
Maybe. Possible.
Did I just figure it out? I think I just figured it out, chat. It's actually a variant of Sue Storm.
I'm still going with Madam Web.
Oh, I think Harrison solved
her
it.
web connects them all.
What did Harrison say?
Comment.
Oh,
Ralph Boner.
Oh, wait.
Ralph Boner, guys. Holy shit.
Yeah. Good to have him back finally. It's been forever.
I'm disappointed Quicksilver isn't one of the X-Men that they announced.
I would have liked that. That would have been sick.
Yeah. All right, we got a super chat here from Naruto, a $5 super chat. The movie between Doomsday and Secret Wars was originally supposed to be Brand New Day. Yeah, I do remember that.
This is true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they shifted it because they knew that the Spider-Man story needed to happen before Doomsday happened.
Well, no, they needed more time for Doomsday, so they pushed it to December.
Yeah, but the story had to make sense though, right? Because otherwise, like the Spider-Man story we're getting doesn't make a lot of sense if it would have came between Doomsday and Secret War.
Could have been a prequel. It could have been Ant-Man style.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I also think that basically Sony drew a line in this because Sony decides when a Spider-Man movie is going to get.
Yeah.
So I think Sony claimed that release date, and then when Marvel changed their schedule, Sony was like, oh, "We're not changing. We got."
I think it's only better too, right? Like only having a couple months. I mean, we saw the problem with that. It worked pretty well for Far From Home at the time, but I think we're in a different era where I think releasing both so close to each other, both would have been good. Like I think they both would have done well, but I think they do better here. It's also been a while since we've had a Marvel movie. It was Fantastic Four? Was that it? Last year? It's been a minute. It's been a while. So I feel like I think that's really going to help Spider-Man as well. It'd be like, this
year it's Spider-Man and Doomsday.
Yeah, as the
and I'm going to say that I think it's pretty likely based on the pre-sales for Spider-Man, that's going to be $1 billion movie. I'm thinking
easily
based on the pre-sales. And Doomsday is probably going to be $1 billion movie.
Yeah.
So Marvel's looking at a good year no matter what with two movies.
Eric, Endgame.
Oh, the Endgame re-release. That's right. Forgot about that.
I think besides 2019, this could be the most profitable year for Marvel.
Yeah, I think you're right. Thank you, Naruto, for the super chat. We're gonna watch a quick interview before we. Somebody sent this to me just now. We're gonna watch a quick interview with Kevin Feige. I say quick; it's like 10 minutes, but we'll get through it pretty quickly. It's Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal, and they're talking about Spider-Man: Brand New Day, and apparently they talk about X-Men and Black Panther in this clip. Has anybody seen this?
No.
I've probably seen like bulletin quotes, but I haven't watched the interview.
All right. Well, let's see where this goes.
Secrets and spoilers. It's really just whenever we try to hold back on anything, it's purely for the best opening weekend experience for the audience.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, Kevin, I've just a few quick questions for you. You have a huge Comic-Con panel next week. What do you want to tease fans about that panel?
Listen, you probably know as good a tease as I do in terms of the fact that when we go to Hall H, it's for a reason, and it's to.
Oh, I just have to pause there for a second. That means we're gonna get big shit.
Yes, I agree. I think you putting out that Avengers trailer the week before is a big baller move, because they could have totally just done a trailer and that's it. They could have came and be like, hey, here's a new trailer that no one has seen before, blow people's mind and go home. They're not even bringing that. I don't even think we're really like there might be some small like Doomsday stuff. I don't even think they're really touching Doomsday. I think it's like, oh no, y'all had that last week. Now look what we have now. Like,
also, if Spider-Man Brand New Day makes $1 billion with Destin at the wheel, they're gonna want him back for the next Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah.
Because they seem to be really happy with him.
Yeah.
All right.
To have some surprises and show a few things, and it's our home away from home, Hall H. So I'm very excited to be heading back there.
Do you think Black Panther 3? What's the development on that? Do you think it could be filming next year?
Maybe.
Oh.
Okay, my last.
Oh, that sounded like maybe it's getting ready to film like right away. Is what it sounds like to me.
I want to see his face again during that question.
Gesundheit, Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you just like go back like 10, 20 seconds? Yeah.
To have some surprises and show a few things, and it's our home away from home, Hall H. So I'm very excited to be heading back there.
Do you think Black Panther 3? What's the development on that? Do you think it could be filming next year?
Maybe.
Okay.
Look at and Amy's just smiling there. I think there might be some truth to that being the movie that comes out between the two of them.
It's possible. I can see it. I do wonder what that would mean, like with your whole thing, like Battle World. It could be a prequel, right? It could be before. It'd be interesting if it was during, though. That'd be fascinating if it's during.
I mean, if it's during, we could get a new T'Challa.
They could, yeah. They could age up a certain character too if they wanted to, technically.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
My last thing. When do you think we're going to hear about casting on Jake's X-Men movie?
Maybe.
Got it. Okay. So when does Brand New Day take place in relation to Avengers Doomsday?
It takes place before.
Is it like right before, or is it, you know what I mean?
It's just before.
Okay.
It's 4 years after No Way Home.
That's right.
So completely.
Wait,
so
what?
Jumping into like
what did
right
she say?
before, or is it, you know what I mean?
It's just before.
Okay.
It's 4 years after No Way Home.
4 years after.
So completely. So jumping into the footage, so I saw about 30 minutes of the movie, and it's fantastic. So I'm just curious, when you guys saw the finished film, how did it compare to what you thought it was going to be when you started making it?
Actually, it was the first time that Kevin and I stood up after a director's cut and cheered.
Like I said, if this movie makes $1 billion, they're going to lock Destin in for the next 2 Spider-Man movies.
I think we're already kind of there too. I think I feel really bad for Shang-Chi. Right?
Yep.
I've been waiting. I mean, they just signed him. I think he's about to do his Naruto movie, right? He's doing he's doing that movie, Naruto movie, right? So I think he's probably going to do that. They'll let the Doomsday stuff settle, the Secret War stuff settle. And then they'll be like, all right, Spider-Man 5, here it comes. And then
I'm so happy for Destin, because if this movie is really good and it looks like it's going to be, it works to have him in the world of Spider-Man for another couple films. But also, I think Shang-Chi was good too. But it's not Spider-Man. That's the problem. Is it's not this property. You know, they will give another director Shang-Chi and just keep Destin on Spider-Man.
I think that's what needs to happen. I think they need to, unfortunately, because he did a great job. But if you ask me, like, hey,
oh, he's got Wonder Man too. That's right. He's doing Wonder Man season 2 as well.
Yeah, although he's only a producer on that, so he could probably pass some of the responsibility on that if he wanted to.
That's how good it was. That's how good Destin is.
Yeah, as I said, the first 30 minutes is fantastic. Also, I love that there's shots of Spider-Man swinging through the city that we've never seen before.
I've seen some of these clips on Twitter already, like but it looks like the video game. So it's like they took inspiration from the video game. Somebody said that they may have. I haven't seen that clip, but it really does feel like the Spider-Man video game.
That was the intention with this movie, was to go back to seeing Spider-Man be a part of New York City in a way that we've held back on in the previous three.
I'm happy about that.
Destin did a very good job, as you can tell, of pulling from the comics, pulling from very specific comic covers, as you saw, and even the PlayStation game, right? There
we go. There's my answer.
Created added to the visual language of Spider-Man in such an amazing way.
What fan theory has amused you the most?
I'm not amused by the I'm intrigued by the fan theories. I'm not amused by them. I'm always intrigued by them. I'm intrigued when they're right. I'm intrigued when they're wrong. And I'm intrigued when they're interesting, which is almost always.
So one of the things about Marvel.
What a non-answer. What a non-answer. I have to give him respect for dodging that one. That was a good dodge. Like, a lot of times the dodge is obvious. That was a good one.
Marvel movies
Kevin's great at the no answer interview. He is media trained to a T.
I gotta point out, someone in the chat said that this interviewer looks like Nerdrotic. No. This interviewer looks like mid-level media. Like I thought that was mid-level media. He's a little balder, but it looks exactly like mid-level media.
Yeah. Maybe it's the way he's got his toys in the background. I'm not sure. Anthony here, channel member for 70 months. Thank you, Anthony. The new Johnny Depp trailer movie looks great. We're going to watch that trailer. I've got it lined up. Like I said, on the second hour, we're going to do Trailer Palooza. So get ready. That's one of them. Naruto with the $2 super chat says, is Vision Quest in October? I don't think there was a date attached to it, or was it?
It is.
Oh, it is? Okay. But what day in October? I don't think we got a date. Like, I think it's October 2026, right? But no date.
I think maybe we did, but let me look. Let me look really quickly.
I think we're going to get the trailer Saturday. For sure.
Right now, October 14th.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, that's pretty good though. That coming out in October is a good place for a TV show. So, because normally we would get our shows in like late September or October is when we would get our fall shows. So that's good.
That there's often a mid-credits or a post-credit scene. Sometimes these scenes are massive and huge moments that fans freak out over. And I'm just going to try, but are the mid or post-credit scenes, whatever might be in this movie, are they like fans are going to freak out, or are they just like fun moments?
You know, we can't tell you.
Yeah.
This is me trying. I got to try.
It's good. It was a good try.
Well, listen, so one of the things about Sadie's character is still under wraps. And I think a lot of people are wondering, like, what is it about her character that needs to be so secretive?
I agree.
That like nobody knows, and probably no one will know until everyone sees the movie.
We've done something different this time than we've done before, and we're pleased with how it came out. And the thing about her character, which is true of all the characters in the movie, is that they're all helping to tell Peter's story.
That's such a nothing answer.
It's a nothing answer, but I did like the idea where she said we're doing something we've never done before. What does that mean?
They've never had Sadie Sink in a Spider-Man movie.
That's true. That's true. We've done something we've never done before. That's probably the first big clue.
Go back to that last line really quickly.
Yeah.
And the thing about her character, which is true of all the characters in the movie, is that they're all helping to tell Peter's story.
Okay, they're all okay. I mean that can be said for almost any MCU movie, really.
Yeah,
but
I think the biggest giveaway for me is them saying it's something they've never done before, but I
Yeah,
don't really
okay.
totally understand what that means. Does that mean they're bringing a character in from? Well, they've done multiverse characters before, so it can't be a multiverse character. Could it be they're tying in the old Spider-Man cartoon with the movie for the first time, which is confirming that she's Firestar and not Jean Grey? They've never done that before.
They've never done the X-Men character before, Eric. Come on now.
Well, they have in Deadpool and Wolverine, so
Not in the Spider-Man movie.
that's true. Not a Spider-Man movie. Makes sense.
I'm trolling.
And that's always how we decide who are going to be the characters in these movies are what characters are going to tell the stories that we want to tell about Peter.
Well, now you're contradicting.
It's exactly.
What do you say?
Now she's contradicting herself. We did something we never did before.
But we're doing something we always do, right?
Peter's story, which is something we always do.
Yeah, hold on. I got to hear that again.
Decide who are going to be the characters in these movies are what characters are going to tell the stories that we want to tell about Peter.
It's exactly
not
right.
new at
It is.
all.
What's intriguing about it is how the story is told and how Destin and our writers told the story. So, things because secrets and spoilers, it's really just whenever we try to hold back on anything, it's purely for the best opening weekend experience for the audience.
Yeah.
Is it possible? This is going to be the hottest of hot takes, I think, probably. What if this all takes place in Peter's head? What if it's all something that's just going on in his mind, and we're seeing all of this stuff take place while he's unconscious or something?
Or what if it happens in another dimension in the multiverse?
Well,
and it ends with us seeing another version of Tom Holland's Spider-Man and finding out that
No.
I've been following isn't the guy from the last 3 movies.
I'm saying like all the stuff we see with Ned and MJ and the real world stuff, that's actually really happening. But his mind gets possessed by whatever's going on in New York with the hand, and a lot of the stuff we're seeing is not in the real world. It's all imaginary. Like the battle with the Hulk, all the characters he's fighting, the stuff with Sadie Sink's character. What if it's all part of it in a hallucination?
It's all the Void from the Thunderbolts. This is all his worst nightmare. No, I mean, I think that would lead to the biggest backlash in Spider-Man history if they did.
You think so?
Oh yeah. If the whole thing was a dream. And we just
Well, no, not the whole
movie.
thing. The segments where he's not around Ned and MJ. It's like all that stuff is like some sort of like because we see that he's freaking out. Remember how he's like falling around and something's happening to him and he's transforming. So like the stuff with the hand, all of that stuff, all the stuff with his webbing, all the weird shit going on, that's all in the real world. But all of the fighting with different characters and like the Hulk and all of that is going on in his head.
Okay.
Like that's something that's going on in his mind. That's what I was thinking.
It's a shame. It's a shame he's dead, because they could have revealed that it was all happening in a dream Bob Newhart was having.
Stereo.
True.
One of the things about Tom Holland is he's been playing the character now for about 10 years. And it is possible that in the near future, he might say, like, I'm good. I've done it. Like, it's time for someone else. So I'm curious, how much when you were making this movie, were you thinking about it as like the beginning of another trilogy? And how much are you playing it where each movie sort of has to be its own thing, just in case Tom is like, hey, I'm good?
I think each movie has to be its own thing, no matter what. I think from the very beginning, Kevin and I have been working together on these movies. We realized this morning for 27 years. And every time we set out to tell another saga in Peter Parker's life, it has to be able to stand on its own completely. Having said that, we hope Tom's going to be our Spider-Man forever.
Speak for all fans when I say yes, please, let's make that happen. He's he's fantastic.
He's so fantastic. And for Kevin and I, we are the proud parents of those three, because
I want to point out right now, if everything pans out, we're going to have Tom Holland in $1 billion movie and then in another $1 billion movie very close together.
Oh,
That's
you
going to
mean
be
in
interesting.
The Odyssey?
Yeah, he's in the Odyssey as well. So
Well, I mean, so is Zendaya and John Bernthal.
that's true. You're right. And then when we get to Doomsday in December, some of those actors are crossing over between the two movies. Like Florence. Florence is in both of them.
Are those both still opening on the same day? Or
Yes.
Yes.
Same weekend. Yep.
Doomsday, bro.
did?
Doomsday.
We met them when they were children at this point.
Meaning Tom and Zendaya and Jacob. Yeah,
Jacob,
for
yeah.
sure.
So I'm still curious. What has changed the
Candles, I'm reading your comment and I'm acknowledging what you're saying, and I'm just gonna proceed with caution about Amy's hair. We're just gonna proceed with caution, okay?
most about the Sony Marvel relationship?
I love the subtle
from
shade.
when you
We'll
guys
just
first
keep it
started
moving.
working together.
I mean, almost nothing is the good news, right? It's the
Yeah.
same. It's the same. It's Tom Rothman. It's the same team, and we're just very thankful that we've been able to do it, and that it's been 10 years. It's pretty
It's been
remarkable.
10 years. And I mean, I would say that
I would agree with this. I think that there should be a mentorship passing the torch movie between Peter and Miles, and then just let Miles take over. That's how I feel about it.
I think it's going to be a long time before we ever see someone do a new Peter Parker, at least in like the big screen. Like I agree. I think we got another probably 10 years of Tom, to be honest with you. Like people are trying to run with it. He's getting so old. He just turned 30. Like he's around the age that Toby started.
He was the perfect age to cast a superhero in the MCU. Like perfect. If they want to get 20 years out of him, it's easy.
Tom is still one of the youngest actors in the MCU right now. Like people like to write him off like, yeah, he's this old man. No, he's not. Stop pretending like 30 is ancient. It's not.
Yeah.
it's an astonishing relationship that two studios came together because it was the right thing to do for the character. And
no, the right thing to do would have been to just give Spider-Man back to Marvel, but it's okay.
Oh, I disagree. I think that would have been a horrible decision.
It's their property, though.
Yeah,
their
but
character.
But that will why would you do that? Like you have a billion
because it's
dollar-
theirs. It's theirs.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying it was the smartest choice. I'm saying the right thing to do would be to give the character back to the original owners. That's what I'm
For
saying.
For Sony as a company, it's a bad choice, right?
Yeah, yes. I anyone on the board at Sony who did that, if I were a shareholder, I would want them.
No, 100%. But I'm saying she said it was the right thing to do for them to work together. Yes, if you don't want to give the character back to the IP back to the original owners. I'm saying that cohesively, if Spider-Man were owned by Marvel, they would have already used him in the movies. Like that was the issue, is that he's a character they would have totally had in the MCU prior to Civil War. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Great. It's really, really a creative, rewarding relationship.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how rare it is for two studios to do what you guys are doing. It's basically unheard of.
I think it's basically unheard of.
Well, when you're talking about Spider-Man, this is why Spider-Man is so unique. As an individual character, he is so profitable that both companies benefit from working with him. Like, if Spider-Man were an average character, Sony would have already given him back to Marvel and they wouldn't care. They would have taken a payout. Spider-Man makes so much money in, like, Spider-Man games, T-shirts, hats, stickers, toys, anything you can imagine with Spider-Man on it makes so much money around the world that both of these companies make money off of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So,
but it was.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, me?
Darren?
No, like I just think it's funny that like we're playing this song and dance like they're best friends, and then what? Like 5 years ago, we were dealing with like, he's never coming back to Marvel again.
Yeah.
And Tom Holland had to call them at 3 a.m. And I was like, this is all like, I get it. This is whatever, but like, it's ultimately bullshit. Like it's all a song. And
It's
dance.
PR. It's PR stuff. Yeah.
It was the right thing to do for Peter Parker, and that's why it happened, and that's why it works. So.
So one of the things about the movie is the opening 30 minutes really feels like a different chapter in Spider-Man's life. You can see what he's going through emotionally, and but like, so I'm just curious, like, how did you, when you were designing the film, figure out balancing like the emotional turmoil that Peter is going through with like the fun, quippy nature of Spider-Man, like balance.
I want to pull up this comment right here from Diamond Jim. It says, from what I heard, Amy didn't want to work with Marvel, but the head of Sony made her. Well, I believe it's I think it's Pascal Productions is the ones working in Spider-Man, right? Isn't that one of the studios with it? So I think that if they made her do it, they would have to force her and her production studio to work with Marvel. It wouldn't just be Sony, it would be their production studio.
And at the time this started, she was the head of Sony.
Right.
She got removed from the head of Sony during the email leak scandal.
Yeah.
But she, is attached to the Spider-Man films as a producer, so they couldn't take her off.
That's why she's sitting here with Kevin Feige, because if she weren't attached to that, she wouldn't even be on the press tour or anything.
Right.
But her production company probably makes their entire everything they make is probably off of Spider-Man, to be honest.
I'll say this: she's a good producer, but she was an incompetent CEO.
Fair enough.
You talking about fan theories. This wasn't a theory, but I read a comment at one point online that stuck with me that was always the intention, but somebody spelled it out, which is our first 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies was the first act of Sam Raimi's Spidey movie, right? That always was the intention when we were going to do it, and what initial conversations Amy and I had.
Shit.
Wait. What? I got confused there. The first 3 movies, Tom Holland movies, were the first act of the Raimi? What?
As if like the origin of Spider-Man, right? As if it
took
the entire trilogy for him to become Spider-Man. Although I want to call bullshit. I do not believe for a second that was their plan the entire time.
Right, I don't believe that either.
I think that was like in movie 3, hey, this would be really fun if we did this.
Yeah. Harrison, she no longer works for Sony. It's her production studio that attached her to Spider-Man. But that's why she has to work with Sony and they have to work with her.
We're about slowing it down.
Michael Uslan, or however you say his name. If there's a Batman movie, he gets his name in the credits because he's attached to that like for perpetuity.
Yeah.
And following year by year through high school. And then leading to the point that you see at the end of No Way Home, where he's very classically Spidey by himself, alone in his apartment, listening to a police scanner, going out and being Spider-Man. And as you say, that's where we pick up 4 years later in this one. And that's what the genius of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko was that balance between the quippy superheroics and being lonely and trying to balance his life. And in this movie, he very much is not balancing it.
Obviously, you have Hulk and you have Punisher in this film. Can you guys talk about like the debate behind the scenes when you're putting the movie together in terms of like what characters we want to bring in, and what was it about Punisher and Hulk that said they're going to be the best?
They're trying to get some version where he's trying to get information about like what they're doing in the movie by asking this question. It's really funny.
The story that we're telling.
Kevin can take that one, but I'll start it. The way that we pick the characters in these movies are what I'm going to say like a broken record. It's what are the characters that are going to tell Peter's story, and what are the characters that are having the same problems in their life that Peter is having in his. And those 2 characters also are isolated, and they want to do the right thing in the world, and they have a pretty big Achilles heel. And those
Odyssey tie-in
those are the characters that help us tell the story about Peter.
Look, Jay Bird says it's a part of the story. Yeah, thanks, Amy. Appreciate it. Can Kevin talk now?
Amy said it. They work thematically with Peter very well, and Punisher was created in a Spidey comic, and we always wanted to see them together. And Bernthal and Tom Holland have a great history and friendship. And seeing Hulk and Spidey together on screen for the first time, there is.
Oh, that's right. It is the first time.
It is. Yes.
Because Hulk wasn't in Civil War, and by the time they get together in the crossover movies, he can't transform anymore, or he's not doing it anymore. basically.
I'm disappointed to see they're going back to the old school Hulk.
Oh, you mean the Hulk smash Hulk or whatever?
Yeah, like I thought we had evolved past that, so it feels like a big step backwards.
Well, I don't think it's permanent. I think it's just whatever's happening in this movie is what I think is doing it. Yeah, that's what I think.
I don't agree. I think they. I'm kind of with you, Joe. I do think it's a regression. Unfortunately, I think most of the audience disagrees. I think most people are like, they want Smash Hulk and they want Ravage stuff. So, and I think they want that Hulk for Avengers. So I think for maybe
I've always
you might be right. This might be them like hype getting him ready to do whatever they have to do in Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Yeah, I've always found that version of the Hulk to be kind of boring. Like I like it better when he's in control.
Well, that version of the Hulk in the comics was a service to Bruce, right? Like, so you read the comics and you got all the important moments with like character development through Bruce, and the Hulk was just there to serve that. And then when they made him like Smart Hulk or Mr. Fix-It or whatever you want to call it, they did that where they wanted to just have that character represented between like the two of them together as one being. And I think they did that in the movies too soon for a lot of people. Cause we didn't have a lot of Hulk movies. That's the problem because of the whole drama with Universal. And I think a lot of people want to see more like Hulk being Hulk. And because of I'll be honest, I think it has to do with Mark Ruffalo because you want to be able to give him more time on screen if you're paying him all that money to be there. And I think that the studio just wanted to have Hulk be able to talk and interact while still being Hulk. So it was kind of like a have your cake and eat it too moment for the MCU. I think that's why they did it, why they pushed it so hard. Because it did sort of happen in between movies. So I wish we could have seen the Smart Hulk thing take place in a Hulk movie. That would have been kind of fun.
I agree, yeah.
So, but
not in Battle and Endgame together, but they don't have.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they even share a frame. Certainly not a close up. So that was very exciting.
And there's really classic moments between Spider-Man and Hulk, and Spider-Man and Punisher, in this movie.
Really can't wait to see the finished film. Thank you guys so much for.
That's the end of it. All right, so we didn't get much out of that. What was that?
Spider-Man and Hulk were both members of the Fantastic Four together.
Oh, that's right. That is true. Anything shocking in that interview for anybody before we move on to trailers and stuff? Anything too revealing over there?
Not really. Little
yeah,
tiny
I thought,
things, but
for me, I thought the biggest thing was like maybe the tease that we're going to get Black Panther. I think that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, I think the Insomniac quote's pretty cool that they took inspiration from those games.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right, so we're going to drop this out, and I'm going to set up the trailers for us to watch in another window here. I can't believe they leaked Spider-Man as in Brand New Day. Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Crazy leaks. Let's see.
Did you have a chance to watch the season premiere of Star Trek?
Not yet. Watching it after this, probably. I read a couple little blips about it. Some people are not happy with it.
Really?
So yeah.
I can't even imagine. Like, it's a really good episode.
Yeah. I typically don't agree with some of the people that I heard. So
yeah. Oh, if it's the usual suspects, they weren't going to be happy no matter what.
Yeah, pretty much. We're doing Clayface second. We're gonna do Acme versus Coyote first because I want to talk about that trailer because I haven't seen that one yet. But I do have a lot to say about Clayface. A lot. The Percy Jackson trailer dropped too. Oh, okay. Anyway, I will be right back. I'm going to get another drink, and then we will watch the trailer. So, Joe, feel free to tell everyone what you thought about. Have you seen any other movies besides Odyssey?
Well, I just did a review. Well, I just watched a Blu-ray or 4K disc that I have to review. Abandoned Ship, starring Tyrone Power. Really good. Really good. 1950s British thriller about a bunch of people stuck in a lifeboat. A lot like Alfred Hitchcock's Lifeboat, but not the same. Very good.
nice.
That's all I got.
Oh, I'll show this off because I think the audience here would like it. Shout out to my Arrowverse people. I got 2 Funkos recently. I got the Pride Month John Constantine, Matt Ryan. I mean, I don't think it's technically Matt Ryan, but that's freaking Matt Ryan. That's Matt Ryan, baby. Come on. And then my favorite one, I got the Dreamer Funko Pop. Again, not technically Arrowverse. It's under the like DC. That's the Arrowverse Dreamer. That's Arrowverse Dreamer, baby. So I'm very happy to add them to my Arrowverse collection. I'll say that.
Oh yeah.
Chat. Watched the Knives Out trilogy recently. Oh heck yeah, Jaybird. Heck yeah.
We need
Trans rights.
Need
Absolutely.
a fourth one.
I think that he's probably just going to take a break for a minute, do a couple other things, and then come back.
Gonna take a break. Get out of find another studio because Netflix is too much of a pain in the ass, and then get a good wide theatrical release for the fourth one.
That'd be nice. I think Miles or other Spider-Man characters. What's that in reference to? I think Miles is coming eventually. I don't think yet, but eventually. I saw Backroom bonus footage. Oh heck yeah! I still need to watch Backrooms.
Oh, it's not good.
I hear such people either love it or hate it.
I heard you like it better if you watched all the webisodes. Like I heard you have to have seen like all the webisodes for it to make sense. And I didn't even know there were webisodes. I thought I'd heard there was like a short, and I thought it was basically like the Shazam director made that movie Lights Out, and he did a short of Lights Out. Then he expand. I thought that's what it was. I didn't know it was like actually like episode, like a continuing story with multiple episodes.
Nice.
Are you talking about Backrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric,
So
okay,
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Here you go.
I was just gonna show you what I showed them off when you went away. I ordered the Dreamer Funko Pop.
Ooh,
Pride Month
love
Dreamer.
Yeah,
And then I got
Very
the Pride
cool.
Month John Constantine, which is basically just Matt
Wait,
Ryan.
Were they for
Constantine.
this year, or are they just like a pre? They really put those out this year.
Mm-hmm. They also
That's
did
actually
a
pretty cool.
a Superboy one, I think a Harley Quinn one,
Mhm.
a couple others really cool ones. I saw that, I was like, oh, that's basically an Arrowverse Funko. I have to get it.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Naruto with a $5 super chat says, "I think Ned is going to die in Brand New Day. Also, when do you think they'll introduce Harry Osborn in Brand New Day or after Secret Wars?" Ooh, good questions. We'll start with the Harry Osborn thing. I don't think we're going to see Harry in Brand New Day.
It would have to be after. It would have to be after
Right.
the reset, I think.
What if Sadie Sink is playing a gender swapped Harry Osborn?
I unironically said that a year ago, and people called me insane.
Because they said they're going to do something they've never done before.
Yeah.
That would be
it's Harriet Osborn.
a female Harry Osborn.
People would lose their shit.
Would they?
Remember when
You think so?
everyone got pissed off at Raimi because he was going to have Anne Hathaway play the Vulture's daughter, the Vultress,
Yeah.
and like everyone like threw a fit.
Also, as far as Ned dying in Brand New Day, I don't know if they would do that. Maybe they will.
You want to hear my hot take?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Peter dies.
Oh, really?
Not permanently, obviously.
Right.
I think he dies, and then the post-credit scene is the symbiote climbing into the grave. And when we see him again, it's like,
Yeah.
I thought you died. Like, I thought you died.
I see your member chat, South Texas Shark. Will answer that towards the end, but thank you for that. I did see it. So, never heard of this Anne Hathaway thing, Vultress. Yuck.
Yeah, it was Spider-Man 4, Raimi's Spider-Man 4, the one that got canceled, and John Malkovich was going to play the Vulture, and Anne Hathaway was going to play Felicia Hardy, who was the Vulture's daughter, not the Black Cat, and she was going to be the Vultress.
Right.
And people got really pissed off. But real quick, since Darren, well, I don't want to bury the lead. It'll all connect. Have you followed this? Have you followed the Nev Campbell drama? The Nev Campbell Williamson drama.
Yes. The unfollowing on social media and all that is what you're talking about.
Yeah. Did you hear
Yeah.
the punchline? What it all was? What she addressed it.
No, I didn't see that part.
So to people who don't know, Nev Campbell unfollowed Kevin Williamson on social media, and everybody was like, "Oh, look at that! Nev's out of Scream 8 now. Like, why would she just unfriend him? Like, something happened. She's out of Scream 8." Well, she came out today and revealed that every July, it's a running gag. Every July, she unfriends him and sends him a text message saying, "Pride Month's over. I'm done following you."
Oh my god, that's absolutely hilarious. Actually, too funny. All right, so we're going to watch the trailer. Has anybody else seen this yet?
I did.
What about Darren? Have you seen it yet?
I actually have not. No.
Okay, we're gonna.
Very
So
excited.
because tonight specifically, I have to stop myself from pausing clips for this because that's how I always do that. We're gonna watch the trailers all the way through one time, and that way, if they get removed, it's not cutting out any of our thoughts on it. So here we go. Let's do it. It's 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Acme versus Coyote final trailer, and this is a movie they tried to get rid of. By the way,
They did.
they were gonna delete it. So
God bless Ketchup.
Whoa.
Have you ever set a big stack of TNT on the road, hoping to blow up your nemesis, but the detonator itself explodes? Have you ever pulled the ripcord of your parachute and only a bunch of silverware comes out? It's not your fault. Acme is evil.
You're looking at the guy who is taking on the biggest corporation in the world.
They're suing us for every Acme product.
Acme denies all charges. That is for you. All I gotta do is walk out the store right now. Please don't. This is not funny. Thought cartoons are supposed to be funny.
It's exciting. All eyes on you, ready to show what you got.
Acme has knowingly been making dangerous products for decades. Is there anyone in the whole world who cares what happened to the coyote at all?
Yeah, I do. He's one of the most hardworking people I've ever met. He would never think of quitting. And I think everyone should be inspired by that. I don't just want him scared. I want him growing.
We're all counting on you. Bye.
Oh my god.
I'm here for the pantsless modeling gig.
What'd you see?
I thought I saw.
You taught Utah? I don't pay you to tink Utah. I pay you to talk.
I did talk.
What did you tink? What did you talk?
Only in
oh my god.
Apparently, there's more. Apparently, you got to keep
Okay.
it going.
Okay, here we go.
theaters August 28th. Get tickets at coyotevoicesacme.com.
Oh.
So they're doing the Marvel countdown timer there.
Doomsday. Okay.
All right. Before we talk about this, I want to give a shout out. We did, I believe, hit the goal in the Reloaded chat. Let me double check here. We did. We hit the goal. So thank you guys so much for that. You guys will be able to pick one of the things on the stream. I'm doing something different and instead of doing top threes right now, I'm doing something that we can try something new, right? So you pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1 is a versus viewer stream. Basically, I will get on stream with a viewer and we will talk about difference of opinions in movies or TV shows. 2 is a call-in stream. I will have a way to either dial in through the web or to join through StreamYard. Number 3 is a movie fights with panel, meaning like if you guys have ever seen the movie fights thing, we're going to do like a controversial movie topics. And 4 is a post Marvel Secret Wars stream where we talk about where we think Marvel is going to go after we see the panel on Saturday, and we know kind of the direction of everything. So those are our options on stream there. So go ahead and pick whichever one you guys would like to see. All right. With that being said, though, what did you guys think of this trailer?
I mean, I've always been a big defender of this movie, or like supporter, I should say. From just like that original announcement, I was like, that's such a good idea. That's such a good concept. And then when David was like, I didn't even watch it, but we're going to tax write off it. It was always such bullshit. Every movie they did that with was such bullshit and such a waste of time. It looks funny. It looks genius. It looks like, I feel like they're really bringing back that Looney Tunes charm. Like I love the original Space Jam. I love Back in Action. I thought Space Jam 2 was a little bit of a not exactly what I wanted from the Looney Tunes world, and this feels like a return to form for me. I just hope people show up. I hope, I know it doesn't have the most insane budget, so I hope in August people show up, they watch it, they have fun. And hopefully this can bring back Looney Tunes to the younger generation, because I feel like younger kids don't really know the Looney Tunes anymore. I feel like it's kind of out of the pop culture stuff a little bit.
Yeah. Joe, you're a huge fan of Looney Tunes, and
yeah.
I know you've been looking forward to this one. So what are your thoughts on the trailer?
It's a great trailer. It's a great trailer. I'm very excited. I honestly think the only reason Warner Brothers wrote this off is because of how poorly received Space Jam 2 was.
I agree.
Like I think he looked at Space Jam 2 and was like, well, I guess people don't want a live action Looney Tunes hybrid. And it's like, no, that just was a crap movie. It was in
COVID. It was 2021.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that it didn't perform well. It was like it didn't perform well and it got like savaged by everyone who saw it. So.
Yeah.
Now, interesting. You said you liked the original Space Jam. I despise the original Space Jam. I will say it's better than the second one, but
it's one of my favorite movies. But I also grew up on it, right? Like it's a very like nostalgic movie for me. I watched it over and over as a kid. So
okay, I saw it in college. I was in college when I saw it.
That's fair then. Yeah, I feel like I was like 6. Like I was, it was just bright colors and stuff. So
Space Jam was Looney Tunes film featuring Michael Jordan. Space Jam 2 was more of a LeBron James film featuring Looney Tunes with all the things Warner related. Yeah, it was a cameo palooza. Space Jam 2.
It's probably the worst cameo movie I've ever seen personally. Like I've never seen such a like self-righteous, hey, you want to see all our other fictional characters? Here it is.
No, I love Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Me too.
Looney Tunes Back in Action was. I remember when Joe Dante made Looney Tunes Back in Action. At that time, Space Jam. It's funny. It must be a generational thing because I remember when Looney Tunes Back in Action was coming out, Space Jam was pretty much considered like I guess it's like the Star Wars prequels. Everybody hated it, and Joe Dante kept calling in the marketing. He kept calling Looney Tunes Back in Action the anti-Space Jam. That was like his marketing for the movie.
This feels to me a lot like in the spirit of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's
very much so. Yeah.
Essentially what this feels like to me.
It's been called by people who saw it the best film of its type since Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Okay.
Which is interesting because they were saying the same thing a couple of years ago about the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie.
Yes.
So
yes.
I actually really like that movie. The Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie is really good. So.
It's really good,
yeah. All right, so I also want to give myself a correction here. We hit the goal in both streams, so we'll be doing 2 of these. So just so you guys are aware, we're going to watch the Clayface trailer next, but let's get through some super chats. Silhouette Animator here, who says, I think post-Secret Wars are going to imply a lot of events of your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show is going to be canonized in the timeline. Really? You think so? I don't know about that. That seems like a dream to me. Like, I don't think they would do that. What do you think, Darren? Because you love that show as well. So
I love that show. I mean, they could, right? I don't think they're going to mess that much.
I don't see how that could possibly work. like a lot of what we've seen in that show is it doesn't jive with what we already have with Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Is it's a reset, right? So they could change what, but
I don't think they're going to do that. That would confuse people.
You could add elements of that show. I mean, if anything, I'd say Brand New Day is kind of in the same like spirit of like that show, and just kind of what they're doing, it being this kind of friendly neighborhood, lower scale kind of a movie for Spider-Man, which is what I wanted. I think like Friendly Neighborhood is the perfect version of Tom's Spider-Man, right? It's like it takes the things that works about Tom's version and takes out what doesn't, and makes this like perfect hosh posh. And even like with like all the others too, like it adds things from Andrew and it adds things from Toby and it adds things from the games and the comics and the 90s show, and it's this kind of this mosh posh of all the different versions of the character.
Right. Staggervore with the 499 super chat says Harriet Osborn is a possibility. We know the Chuds would absolutely lose it. They would.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Let me ask you guys, just outside of the Chuds and the flop watchers on YouTube, would you be upset if they gender swapped Harry into like Harriet or whatever, or someone else in the MCU?
Why couldn't it just be like Harry's sister or something like that? Like it doesn't need to be our gender bent Harry. It could just be a new family member within that. You know what I mean? Like that would be fine to me. I don't need a gender bent Harry, but like a new Osborn enters the frame would be kind of cool. And I've stood by. I love the idea of bringing in the Osborns post Secret Wars. I really love the idea of Tom knowing that last name and being terrified of what it means, but he can't act on it because they haven't done anything yet, right? It's almost the like baby Hitler thing where it's like you could go back and kill baby Hitler, but is it morally okay because baby Hitler hasn't done the thing yet? Like I that's a really fun idea. I really like that idea.
What about you, Joe?
It wouldn't break the movie for me, but honestly, I wouldn't care for it.
Okay.
I mean, I think you can do stuff like that once in a while, but I mean, the Spider-Man movies, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, have already done a thing that I hate. I mean, it doesn't break the movies; they're fine, but I hate when they don't shit or get off the pot. Like, I hate when they want to do a thing, but they don't commit to it fully, so they kind of do the wink-wink thing. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like MJ. Well, we're going to say that this is MJ, but we're not going to commit to it. She's not really Mary Jane. She's Michelle Jones, but she's MJ. You get it? It's the same name, but it's like shit or get off the pot. If she's MJ, just make her Mary Jane. Like, why are we doing this Michelle Jones crap? It was the same thing in, we're going to bring it full circle, same thing with Christopher Nolan in Batman Dark Knight Rises. When it's like, oh, my name's John, what was his name? John whatever, but my middle name's Robin. Wink, get it? It's like,
right.
It's like, no, you shit or get off the pot. Make him Dick Grayson, or let's like, what are we doing here? Like you do the thing you want to do, or don't do the thing you want to do. But like, the middle ground of we're gonna play it safe, and like that drives me crazy.
We also got another super chat from Staggervore. Thank you so much. Fun fact, there was a TV station group named Acme Communications. They carried affiliates for the WB and the CW. Really? I didn't know that. Were they around for a long time, or did they come out after it was being used? That's what I wonder. Because it would be really interesting to find out if they took inspiration from like the cartoons or anything like that.
The biggest supermarket chain here in the Philadelphia area for years was Acme Markets.
Really?
They're still around, but they've been eclipsed with another chain now.
Thank you.
South Texas Shark has never heard the phrase "shit or get off the pot" before.
Maybe it's an East Coast thing. It must be an East Coast thing. I've heard it all my entire life.
Yeah, there's old. It's fine.
That might be it too. Yeah. No, it could be true. Anyway, by the way, people that are wondering how this poll works, all you do is you hit the number associated with the comment or with the option, and that's how it works. All right, we're gonna watch the Clayface trailer. I have a lot to say about this, so
good things are bad.
Get ready. You'll have to wait. Let me hide the widget for a second. Actually, we'll put it up in the corner because this trailer it's already letterbox or not letterbox. There's already got the boxes on the top and the bottom, widescreen. Yeah, let's take a look at this. I just know this scene is going to be gross when we see it in theaters. All right, so you guys know how it is for me. I'm not judging the movie. I don't judge movies based on trailers, right? It always makes me concerned if I see certain things in trailers. But I think that Clayface looks like it's going to be a really good movie based on the teasers and all the information we have. However, I prefer the first trailer to this one.
Really?
Yes. The first trailer was selling me body horror in a way that didn't feel like a young adult movie, right? This to me is a combination of like a young adult film with body horror. It's trying to sell me more of like some of the other movies we've been getting in theaters already. And I was hoping that they weren't going to try and do that. Now, I think it's a good trailer, but I prefer the other teaser. And I want to watch the other teaser again just to like show you guys what I mean. So here's the other teaser for Clayface, right? I find this one to be much more unsettling, and it makes me want to see the movie a lot more than the second trailer. Watch this. This is just so creepy.
Sure.
See, I just think this is a better... I think it's a better teaser in my opinion.
I mean...
Like, ending on this shot right here is... So I think that, to me, I like both trailers. This is the superior trailer to me.
I mean, that's fair. I'd say this is a teaser, and then the second one's a trailer.
Okay, that's a fair assessment. I do like the way that this doesn't have any dialogue in it. Like
that's fair.
Essentially, it's just noises and visuals and music, and nobody's talking. I think the second trailer to me feels more like a curated Hollywood horror movie trailer. This one felt like an A24 teaser, like to me.
Yeah, like I think they're doing different things, right? I think this teaser is letting you in on just like, hey, we're doing this movie. They're setting the style, they're setting the tone, they're showing you the visual thing they're going for, and this new trailer is going over like what the movie's about. Who are these characters? What's our setting looking like? What's the plot of the movie? I'm still saying I think this is going to be the best comic book movie of 2026.
I actually think that this is going to... So remember, keep in mind, guys, there's a lot of channels out there that say, oh, the DCU is cooked. Oh, it's over. It's done with, whatever. I think what we're going to see with Clayface is two things, and one of them I'm not happy about, right? So the two things I think we're going to see is that you can do these like one-off stories about characters, which I'm believing that's what this is. It might tie into the greater DCU, but I think we're going to get a contained story in here, right? I think it's going to be these one-off stories like this, or the Punisher special, or the Werewolf by Night thing, all of these little one-off stories, and they might be viable at a lower budget in movie theaters, which is a good thing for us, because that means we might get unique stories that we wouldn't get otherwise if they could do them on a smaller budget. And I think that's a good thing. However, on the flip side, I hate that it's a Batman character, because that's all we ever fucking get are Batman stories. Like, I want this to translate into getting unique stories if it ends up being good, but not necessarily just more Batman stories, if that makes any sense.
I think out of all the characters though in the Batman world, this is up there for me, and like ones that can be done right. Like I do think that this is a story that can be told without the lens of Batman, and I think where they really get it, because I saw some people comparing it to like Craven and like Morbius and stuff like that. Where this gets it is they're not trying to make him an anti-hero. I don't think they're not trying to make him even a hero.
I don't even know if we're going to get anything remotely like superhero stuff in this. Like this might just be a scary movie.
It's
about
a monster movie. Yeah. I think he is the bad guy. I think it's very like obsession coded, right? Where you start the movie and you're like, oh, he seems like a nice guy and he's down on his luck. And as you go through the movie, you're like, oh no, he's trying to kill these people, and he is he is
right.
Wow, tragic. Now the villain of the movie, and we have to escape him. Like I think that's what we're doing. I think maybe that's what they should have done for like your Cravens.
I will say I have seen this as well. People are saying that the trailer looks a lot like the Morbius trailer that we got, the second Morbius trailer. I don't know. So,
I don't
some people
remember
are saying it.
It's been way too long since
Joe, did you see the trailer, and what do you think of Clayface right now?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Okay.
It looks really good. Yeah, I'm excited.
Now, were you expecting to be excited for this, or did the trailer win you over?
Well, I think I expected it. It's because as soon as we heard there was going to be a Clayface movie, I was like, well, that's got to be really good, because they wouldn't be doing a Clayface movie otherwise. Like James Gunn came out and said, this wasn't on my agenda.
No.
They presented me with this script. I read it, and I'm like, well, we got to do this, because Clayface isn't the obvious character.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're going to Clayface, that tells me you got something.
They've also said they're basing it off of Feet of Clay, which is one of the greatest episodes of comic book TV of all time.
Yeah,
So
I will
that's
say
fair.
this. I will say Matt Hagen has always been the main Clayface. Like of all, there's like 4 Clayfaces I think in the DC universe. Matt Hagen's always been like the main one. But I always liked Clayface 3 better. Preston Payne. I always thought Preston Payne was a cooler Clayface, but he wasn't a shapeshifter. So
I think what makes this one more popular also is they've used him in so many things. I think that's why. So,
Sure.
I was looking over here. We're going to look at some Grace Randolph stuff in a second related to the trailer, which I think is funny because several people were asking about it. So there's a discussion around queer erasure of this character. Did you see that, Darren?
No, I haven't.
So people are basically reacting to the fact that Matt Hagen could be in a relationship with a woman, but in the Batman animated series in the 90s, in the DCAU episode Feet of Clay, Matt Hagen's relationship is with his stunt double stand-in Teddy.
Okay.
And there was a strong romantic subtext in there. And so a lot of people are saying that is them sort of erasing either his bisexuality or his queerness in this movie by doing that. And I don't think I'm trying to remember back to the episode. I don't think it's ever explicitly stated though, right? In the episode?
I would have to rewatch it. It's been a couple years.
It couldn't have possibly been, because it would have been the 90s. And I'll tell you the truth, you're saying queer coded. I would have never picked up on something like that as a kid. And I don't remember the last time I saw that episode, and this is all news to me. So
I'm reading over here, and it says that the directors and people behind those episodes later confirmed it was intended to be a gay relationship.
Okay.
And they wanted the story to be a commentary on vanity and the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it would have been cool, right, if they had some representation, but there's also many takes on this character too. Like, yes, it's inspired by Feet of Clay. It's not an adaptation of Feet of Clay, and no, I could be wrong with this, so please correct me, but I don't think are other versions of Clayface also queer, of like the same version of Clayface, or that was it.
In the comics, he was never presented.
Okay, yeah, then that's I don't have an issue with that then. It would have been awesome if they did. That'd be great. But
I think people are making the connection because of the inspiration being the animated series. That's why they're doing that. So
yeah, I mean, again, would have been cool, but I'm not going to be like, how dare you? Like, Yeah.
Serenity here says it's heavily hinted at, but the people behind the scenes confirmed. I picked up on it as a
Okay.
10-year-old gay kid.
Okay.
So, Jaybird says the thumbnail gives me the picture. Yeah, the thumbnail for the Reloaded channel is the picture that was released, the poster. We'll look at that here in a second. So yeah, there's the Dorian Gray vibes. Let me pull this down though. I do want to take a look at the Grace Randolph stuff that I have over here. So she's kind of crashing out right now on social media. So she posted this here. Well, this was the original post. You can't take cuticle scissors on a plane. Totally takes me out of the movie. You can also still see out of one eye. Wait to deal with this until you land, dude. This was her commentary. And usually I'm a little bit soft on this kind of stuff because it's just sort of like almost like shit posting. But you're telling me that this takes you out of the movie?
He could have had
scissors on the plane.
He had it in his carry-on.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons they could show him breaking into the box on the plane for like medical box or whatever and taking it out. Like we don't know.
This could also be. We heard this is a stupid thing to say. I'm sorry, but we heard this is a prequel. This could also be pre 9/11.
It could be, but also down here it says, according to the TSA, scissors are allowed in carry-on luggage as long as the blades are less than 4 inches. Yeah. So it was just wrong, and she got called out on it. And then she posts this: DC fans on the internet, DC fans in theaters.
I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of that meme. Like that's an old meme now.
Yeah.
That goes back to and you know what? I believe Superman disproved that, so that's not even relevant anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think Clayface is going to do insane. Like, I think people are really underestimating how well I think Clayface is going to do. Obviously, the push from Batman is going to help it, right? The Batman fans. It's coming out the week of Halloween. It's a low budget. Like, I don't think it's going to do Superman numbers necessarily, but I think for the budget, I think it's going to pull a Obsession. I think for the budget, it's going to bring in a lot of money for them.
That's fair. Let's see. Jaybird says it might get the horror fans to show up. They show up to theaters. Yeah, well, It's also coming out a really good time of year or whatever. Superior Net says it needs to make $1 billion at the box office. Like, if Clayface does 250 to 300 million, that's a win for DC because of the amount of money they spent on it.
It's going to make their budget back opening weekend.
It would be hilarious if that was the one that made $1 billion. Like if that came out of nowhere and made $1 billion, I don't think anybody in the world expects that, but man, that would be hilarious.
All right, so whenever Darren returns, we're going to look at the Avatar trailer. But you know what? We'll do this member chat here from South Texas Shark while we're waiting for Darren to return. What did you watch this week, Joe?
Well, I was saying when you got up before, I just finished watching this 4K disc that was sent to me for a review. It's a 1950s movie called Abandoned Ship, starring Tyrone Power. I don't know if you're familiar with this movie. I'd never seen it before, but it's about a ship that basically hit a landmine, went down, and there's 26 people on a life raft. And the captain has to decide basically who's going to be jettisoned so that they all could survive.
Okay.
Really good. Really well done.
I watched the new season of King of the Hill dropped on Hulu. And we're 9 out of 10 episodes into that. Obviously X-Men 97 this week, which is a really good episode. Looking forward to next week for sure of X-Men 97 based on where we're set up this week. We're watching, what else are we watching right now? Project Runway's got a new season. I'm a big fashion person, so I like to watch that show. It's pretty much it. We've really just been like binging King of the Hill. So
and season premiere of Star Trek tonight. Star Trek.
That's right. I'll be watching that too.
Really good tonight.
Darren, what about you? Is there anything you shout out this week?
I've been watching.
Watch the Avatar trailer.
I mean, I watched Odyssey this week, which I thought was fantastic. I don't think I mentioned on here yet. I've been going through Steven Universe for the first time. Speaking of queer rep, fantastic show. I just started rewatching as of tonight because of what we're about to talk about, Legend of Korra, to prep myself for upcoming October.
Right. Speaking of that, we got a trailer to watch. So this is the trailer for Avatar 7 Havens, I think is the name of it.
It is.
We're gonna, as I said before, we're gonna watch it all the way through, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Now, before we do this, Joe, you're not a big Avatar person because you don't watch like anime or anime type stuff, correct?
Yeah, I've never watched Avatar.
Well, if you dislike anime, you're probably gonna hate this even more because this is more like anime than even the original Avatar was, I think, in terms of the way it looks. It's got an old school anime style to it. I would say like the 80s and 90s anime. But anyway, here we go. But not as good. I want to point that out.
Why do you look like me?
Laura needs to be prepared, because long ago our ancestors weren't. And the Avatar let us down.
My goat, Korra.
What?
Humanity is not ready for the Avatar's return.
Oh my god.
And yet, it's the one thing this world needs the most.
All right. Wait, is there more after that?
Yes.
Okay, Darren, I'm sure you have a lot to say about this, so I'm going to give you the floor first. What do you think about this?
I think this looks fantastic.
Okay.
I have, as a big fan of Legend of Korra and a big defender of that, this feels like a very nice spiritual successor. I think there's a lot of media literacy happening right now with this trailer. I think people are like, Korra's the villain of this show. And I'm like, no, it's clearly propaganda. It's clearly this show, like every show in the Avatar universe is very much like, this thing is bad, so we need to get rid of it. I think they're actively playing into the reception of the show itself, where all the fans are like, Korra's the most evil person that's ever lived on the face of the planet. And I think they're leaning into that. And I think we're seeing the real world commentary of this. I am very nervous about the release strategy. I don't know if you've seen the controversy on that today.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about it.
It's very weird because when this first came out, all the sources were saying they were dropping all 26 episodes at once.
Right.
Which, for context, is 2 seasons. They greenlit season 1 and 2 together as one whole thing. And then some of the variety and stuff like that were like, actually, we don't know if it's going to be all at once anymore. So it's unclear if they're going to do the 13 episodes at once or the 26 episodes at once. If it's all at once, I'm going to be very upset. That screams to me like they're trying to get rid of it. And they're dropping both seasons at the same time.
By the way, I want to point out, just pause for 1 second.
Yeah, it's fine.
Getting rid of Star Trek and Avatar, what are people going to be paying for on your streaming service at that point? Because you're getting rid of 2 of the biggest things that you have on your streaming service. And you don't have the Taylor Sheridan stuff anymore either, because he moved over to Universal.
Don't they get to keep like the stuff he already created though?
Yeah, but that's eventually that's not going to keep people watching though.
There's a part of me that's starting to believe some of the rumors that to make room for the new things that are coming in, they got to sell some of the old ones. And I don't know how much I believe it. It wasn't like a great source, but there was rumors a couple months ago that they might sell some of the old Nickelodeon IP.
At a certain point, is it all of the different properties that's the problem, or the people at the top making decisions about these properties? Like, which one is it? Because you have access to so many amazing things. At a certain point, these are not the problem.
No.
It's whatever the business decisions you're making are at that point.
It is so disgusting to me. This is arguably one of the most popular children entertainment things of the last 2 decades. Like Avatar was one of the biggest things in the world. And the way that they have, before they even launched the studio, squandered this incredible IP. I mean, the movie comes out Friday. It was supposed to come out in October. This was supposed to go, they're dropping these all at once. Even if it is one season at a time, this show is built on a weekly foundation. And they're just like, yeah, here's all 13 episodes at once for one of the biggest IPs in the world. Like, it's that game, the like open world game, is probably not moving forward. It's a lot of this stuff where I'm like, I wish great fandoms get stuck in shitty companies, and it really makes me upset.
Yeah. I did see over here the article that you sent, Cameron, for the Lantern stuff. I'm going to save that to make a separate video about, because we only have time for like one more trailer tonight, and I don't want to drag things on too much longer because it's already at the 2-hour mark. So we're going to watch, I believe we have 3 trailers. So I'm going to cap it at 30 minutes. So from here, we're going to do 30 minutes and then we're stopping no matter what. Just so everybody knows. But I will, all the stuff you sent me, Cameron, I will totally, especially the Lantern interview, we'll do in a separate video. But we might know more about Lanterns after tomorrow, because I think the new trailer's releasing tomorrow. So
it is.
There might be more to talk about for that. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead. We're going to watch the story trailer it's only 1 minute and 50 seconds for the Wolverine thing. And then we're going to watch the Resident Evil trailer, I think, after that. So let's go ahead and do this. Here we go. This is a very short story trailer for Wolverine. I'm sure Jake is probably excited. So there's drama around the way Wolverine looks, too. So we'll talk about that.
Logan, it's me. Wait.
You came back. I've seen things before.
Humans and mutants can't survive together.
I've tried to keep them safe for so long.
Fucking trash.
Inside now!
I thought you were back. We were back.
Oh, I love the way Sabretooth looks.
We're going to build a future for mutants. That is why you belong here. Tear the beast. The hunt is ready.
Most people can see clearly. But you.
Just give in.
Omega Red.
That does Doc Ock for a second.
Remember who you are.
Just can't let a man rest in peace, can you?
All right, let's go back to the way he looks right here. Hold on, get a shot of his face. That's where all the drama is about the way he looks. So this is a world. This is a world where the X-Men don't exist. I don't know if individual characters don't exist, but the X-Men don't exist in this world. So this is a brand new history of the Marvel Universe and the X-Men. One, trailer looks incredible. I'm so ready to play this game. But a lot of people say that the actor here that plays Logan doesn't look very good, that it doesn't look good in the role. I disagree. I think he looks a lot like I think he looks more like Wolverine than Hugh Jackman does, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's very Hugh Jackman coded, I feel like. Like,
that's true.
What's the problem that people are having? Is it that he's too handsome?
They're saying, well, no. I've seen, okay, I'll tell you the things I'm seeing is people saying it's Uncanny Valley. It looks like the change they did to the Spider-Man game when they changed the way the faces looked, and that he's cross-eyed in some of the shots and things like that. Generally just saying that the actor doesn't look the part. And I guess it's probably because we've had Hugh Jackman as Wolverine for so long that I think a lot of people, when they see one that isn't animated, they just automatically assume it's going to look like Hugh Jackman. But even like you said, he's kind of Hugh Jackman coded. Like, it is giving that a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he looks good in the role. Like, actually, who is the actor? I'm going to find what his name is. Is he just a voice actor?
He was in The Flash.
Oh, that's right. He played the Weather Wizard, right? Yeah.
That's kind of all I know him from. Although I probably see him in other stuff, I just don't know it.
I mean, based on the way he looked here, I wouldn't mind him playing him in live action. Oh, he was also in Spartacus. That's right. Liam McIntyre.
Okay.
Oh, he was the second Spartacus, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just look at his picture. I wouldn't mind. Look, he looks fine. I think the drama is so stupid. Why did we immediately crash out when we see how someone looks in a video game? It's becoming boring at this point.
I've seen some of the dumbest takes when it comes to this game. I've seen just the worst. I just think, unfortunately, I think we're mixing two very toxic fandoms, which is the comic book community and the video game community. And so when they come together, you're just having the stupidest takes you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
You know, are there shots maybe that look a little bit? Sure, but it looks fine. He looks fine. He looks good.
Joe, they say he's the third Spartacus. Is that right?
There were only two on the show.
Oh,
there was the guy who died. What's his name? Andy.
I didn't see the end of the series, so I didn't know if there was a third one or not.
I know there's a new series like on now. Like, I think that they did a new series. Yeah. But it wouldn't
Phil, they definitely complain about women more than men, which is why you don't see it as much. Serenity says he doesn't look bad, but he doesn't look like Wolverine.
Is the idea that he's too handsome? Because
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
If that's the case, I mean, fair enough, I guess. But like,
he's a good-looking guy, so I mean, I get it. You know,
we were side thing. We were watching X-Men '97 the other. I think it was episode 5, and the ending scene happened. No, episode 4 when Cap shows up. And my mom was like, "Yeah, this guy's alright, but I really like Hugh Jackman more." I'm like, "No, this is the golden standard. This is what he's supposed to be like."
All right, let's watch the trailer for Resident Evil. This is the actual proper trailer for Resident Evil. Now, before we get into this, obviously, Joe, you're not a big Resident Evil game guy, right? You don't know a lot
I've
about
never
it.
played the game. I've never played the game. I've seen a couple of the Mila Jovovich movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're that very good, but I've seen them.
And Darren, are you a big fan of Resident Evil?
No, nothing.
Okay, so this trailer's trying to sell you on whatever this is then. Basically, you just have to like what you're seeing because you're not going into this thinking it needs to live up to anything. And I actually think it plays better that way, to be honest, because I'm sure the Resident Evil fans have a lot to say about it, but here we go. Yeah, 100%. All right, so how do we feel about that trailer? Look, I've played most Resident Evil games, and it isn't a lot like that in the sense that it isn't following any of the stories that I know from the game, but it looks like a good movie. So I'm totally going to give it a shot because it's in the world of Resident Evil, even if it's not a Resident Evil storyline. What about y'all?
I mean, again, I know nothing. I don't know what it's about. I don't know like the games or the movies or anything. That's a damn good trailer. Like if this was just a new movie coming out that wasn't based on anything, I'd be like, yeah, that's a very well made trailer. The shots where like the window wipers are like, that was sick. The shots at the end when he's running through the like that looked really good. Looks like a very well directed movie and a very well edited trailer. So shout out to them. I always say with these, especially these like video game adaptations, I'm like, I'm looking at it and you're trying to sell this new audience to try and potentially pick this new thing up. It also just kind of feels like a video game at certain points. Like it feels like maybe not these video games, but it feels very like almost Last of Us a little bit, the way it's like templated and stuff like that. So looks cool.
What about you, Joe?
They really won me over with the first trailer. I mean, you tell me a Resident Evil movie, I don't give two craps. But that trailer was really solid. This one I don't think was quite as good as the first one, but it's still very good. I mean, they've got me. I'm there opening weekend for this.
Okay. All right. So we have the Ebenezer. He was saying Ebenezer trailer we're gonna watch, and we also have the Percy Jackson teaser.
Okay.
That's the Percy Jackson was really short. Let's do that one next.
Why are we still giving Johnny Depp roles?
Well, we're gonna close out with that one, so we'll be able to have that conversation here in a minute. Here we go. Percy Jackson.
It was my choice to hold the weight. The Titan's curse. I knew the risk. But if I needed to sacrifice myself to save the world, not to save my friends, was it really a choice?
November. Wow.
Yeah, it's not a trailer. That's a teaser.
No, that's a teaser. Yeah.
I mean,
what do you think, Darren?
I mean, I'm just really impressed on the turnaround for this show. They are committed to getting these seasons out every single year from this point onward, and that's very impressive. Like they had they had a teaser for season 3 at the end of season 2, and so that they're gonna have a new season out every winter/fall, and I think that's awesome. It's great.
Joe, you're not watching Percy Jackson, are you?
I know nothing of that franchise. I've never read a book, never seen the show, never saw a movie.
All right.
But I will point out that it was a couple seasons ago. It was the most streamed original series on Disney Plus.
You should watch it. It's a good show.
Followed in second place by The Acolyte. So if anyone tells you The Acolyte failed, no, it was number 2, only second to Percy Jackson.
All right. It seems fitting to wrap up the stream with a somewhat controversial figure, I guess, with Johnny Depp. Here we go. Oh God, they're really trying to sell this, aren't they?
It's good to be back.
Oh, they're really pushing this to Joe.
To Uncle Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge.
Let go, please!
I say to you, sir, Merry Humbug! Merry Christmas! Humbug! And a Happy New Year! Humbug!
Merry Christmas.
All right. I did see Superior Dav asking what the issue with Johnny Depp is. Do you not remember all the Amber Heard stuff that went on for like years between him and Amber? It's too much to cover here. Like, do a deep dive after this, and you'll know. Thoughts on the trailer?
Sometimes there's a story that I just don't need to see again. And I think Christmas Carol is one of them, where like I've seen it so many times in so many different ways. There's nothing in this trailer that I'm like, oh yes, they're doing it differently. Like it looks like the same story I've seen about 15,000 times before, but this time with Johnny Depp, an actor I don't really love that much anyway. So
Superior Nav, I've talked about this with other controversies. It doesn't matter which person was at fault. They both did shitty things. And even if Amber was the catalyst, Johnny Depp still participated in some of the behavior. And so whether you believe him or you believe her, the controversy itself is the problem. And that's why I've said just accusing people of stuff in Hollywood is enough to be taken out of the rotation of films.
And it was also proven that he did beat her. I mean, you know, you could say it was mutual, but mutual means he beat her. So it's like, I don't really need to see either of them again ever.
I do think that, unfortunately, that aside, I do think it's going to do well. Like, I think the casual audience...
It's a Christmas movie at Christmas time, so, I mean...
The casual audience loves Johnny Depp still. Like, they adore him.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think he's too controversial now.
At Comic-Con, they were cheering his name today.
Yeah.
Like, a round of...
Yeah, when he said he's back, people went crazy. I saw the clips of it. When he said, I'm back, or whatever.
I just don't understand why in the world you would even hire him. Because it's like, there's so many actors out there who aren't problematic.
Are you ready for a hot take? If they announce the new Pirates Caribbean franchise with him attached to it, it's $1 billion movie.
Billion, yeah.
I don't see that happening.
And I don't think... I think people really paid attention to that trial very much. Like, I think people came
online
out of that
did.
Trial.
Like, people like in our space did,
But like everyone came out of it being like, well, Amber's the villain and he's a hero, so bring him back to Hollywood. Like, I think that was the perception for most people. If it's true or not, doesn't matter. Like you are right, Joe. Like you are. I'm not.
Yeah. They're both shitty people, but they're like, he still was the person that was the less of the shitty person. So
it's like, well, he's the hero and we love him.
I don't even know that I'd agree with that. I think he was probably
legally.
Legally. Well, don't forget he lost the case in England.
No, he did, but I'm saying like most people that would look at the legal stuff would say that he was the person that didn't lose as much as Amber did.
Didn't lose as much? I mean,
yes, in terms of like his lifestyle and his career and everything like that. That she lost a lot more than him.
Yeah.
So they would consider. I'm saying public perception is more important than reality. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So like when people look at this kind of stuff, they look at it like, which one is it that I'm the most familiar with, and who do I feel like I should defend the most? And that's how they get wrapped up in
that whole trial was bullshit too. The American trial was bullshit because it was a bunch of people who were like, I grew up with Johnny Depp. I had his poster on my wall. I thought he was dreamy. And they just were going to cheer for him and take his side no matter what evidence came out in that court. And everything coming out just made him look like a shitty person.
But here's the thing. The reason why I didn't even cover it that much is only because I was never a huge Johnny Depp fan to begin with, so I didn't really care. And Amber Heard's just another person in my mind. Like, I hate to say this, in terms of entertainment, I didn't really care about what she was doing. You know what I mean? So I really just have no massive opinion about it. I just think that both of them were very shitty to each other.
Oh yeah. No, they definitely were.
So,
and let me correct. I was a huge fan of his. I think there's a moment in time where he turned into a horrible actor. And I think
you mean outside of all the drama with Amber Heard?
No. Okay. I think he was a horrible actor in more ways than one. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
His behavior was horrible, but I also think he was a shitty actor. Like a shitty performer at a certain point. If we go back to Nightmare on Elm Street, if we go back to Ed Wood, Edward Scissorhands, he was great back then. He was a great actor. He was very talented.
Yeah.
Benny and June. I think Pirates of the Caribbean was the movie that ruined him because he played Jack Sparrow in this really, really quirky way, and it worked. It worked. But then he was like, I have to be this quirky and weird for everything now. And after that point, he never gave a normal performance again. It was always like, how can I Jack Sparrow up this character for everything he played after that?
Yeah. Well, I don't really, for me, I'm not going to go see a movie because Johnny Depp is in it. So he's not a big draw for me. I will only see a movie if the movie looks interesting to me. And like you were saying, Darren, I don't care about a Scrooge movie. I've seen so many Scrooge stories. What is this going to do for me? Nothing.
You got to do it. It's got to be really good. And by the way, there already is. Good luck finding it. Good luck finding it. There already is a version of Scrooge titled Ebenezer. It came out in 1998, and it stars Ricky Schroeder and Jack Palance. It was a Western version, and it's the only version of Scrooge to end in a gunfight.
Is that this year, Eric? Is that like this Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why they were advertising it now.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I
didn't even know this movie was a thing until this trailer came out.
I've heard about it. I do think it's going to make money. Like, I do think it's coming out Thanksgiving weekend, which means it has Thanksgiving, which I think it's going to do pretty well then, because like that's the start of the holiday season. People want to eat their big turkeys and then go watch a Christmassy movie, and then you have all of the rest of that through Christmas season. And I think people might honestly, it might give some of those December movies a run for their money, not because it's a good movie necessarily, but like
the family movies in December.
Yeah,
right?
like it might be let's go watch a Christmas movie around Christmas. Like, obviously, I think Doomsday's gonna do good, no matter what.
And Dune also.
It might give stuff like Jumanji 3 a run for its money.
Right.
And stuff
when
like
does
that.
Jumanji 3 come out again?
Around Doomsday. Wait, did they move?
Jumanji
4.
Yes, but they call it Jumanji 3.
Who does?
Them. It's called Jumanji 3.
No, it's not.
Well, it's called Jumanji Open World, but they refer it as Jumanji 3. Like they count this as a separate thing.
I've never heard it called Jumanji 3.
Wait, you're talking about them as in the studio?
Mm-hmm. December 25th, so Christmas Day.
All right.
I mean, there's no scenario where it's Jumanji 3. It's firmly canonical with the originals, and Phoebe Newirth is back reprising her role from the original Jumanji.
Yes, but they as this subsection of the Jumanji world, they've done.
Oh, you're saying that the subtitled name of it sets it off into a separate thing, is what you're saying, right?
Sort of. Again, you're right, Joe. It is the fourth Jumanji movie as a whole, but this has been an argument between people. Is like, actually, it's 4, but it doesn't matter.
If you really want to get technical, it's 5.
If you count, yes.
Because
if you count Zathura, right?
Zathura. Yeah. In fact, I thought that this one, the Rock and Jack Black and Amy Pond, I thought they should have brought them all back, but instead of sending them to Jumanji again, they should have sent them to Zathura.
Okay. Yeah, so the studio refers to it as 3 because it's the first one after Zathura. So it's basically part of the rebooted continuity. Well, not rebooted, continued continuity of the new Jumanji cast is basically what it is.
Yeah.
So that's why it's listed as the third one. But you're right. Technically, it's the fifth one.
The fourth. Which, hot take, I like all of them. I'm a big fan of that franchise.
I mean, when Welcome to the Jungle came out, everybody was calling it Jumanji 2. Like, that was like, oh, there's a Jumanji 2 with The Rock.
All right, so this is the 5-minute warning for everybody. I'm going to let you vote for like 2 minutes on the poll, then we're going to close it. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody do their shout outs. So clockwise, let's start with Darren. Shout outs, whatever you got going on your channel right now.
I've been uploading some stuff. We had the Pipeline podcast today. Me and my friend talked The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan, fun episode. I did a reaction to the Last Haven trailer, if anyone wants to hear more of my Avatar thoughts. And then I'll promo this Saturday. Me and Taz are doing our live reaction to all the Marvel announcements and anything else that comes out throughout Saturday. So if you want, as it's happening, coverage of Comic-Con on Saturday night, come over there. Check us out.
Sounds like fun. And Joe, what do you got going on?
Not too much right now. This week, yesterday was the first week I have not put out a video at all on the Crazy Joe Adventures channel. So yeah, I don't know. I'm nothing lined up right now. I got to come up with something, but I don't like being a slave to the algorithm. Like consistency is so important, but the problem with that is I find myself putting out videos I'm not passionate about because I need to get something out, and it's like, I'd almost rather be hurt by the algorithm by not being consistent, but actually put out something that I was proud of.
Okay, I get that. I think like years ago. Now it feels like it was yesterday, but Darren and I talked about like how you make content that you're passionate about, and that's what like keeps you going on YouTube. Once you start turning it into like a necessity, it's not fun anymore. It'll burn you out. So, all right. With that being said, we're stopping the poll. It looks like our winners are a Marvel post Secret War stream, which is good. We could probably put one of those together pretty quickly. Let's see here. Post Secret War stream. And we got 2. So the other one that you guys want to do, I'll start scheduling these non-top 3, top 5 streams like after this weekend. The other one you guys would like to do is a call-in stream. I saw Darren got really made some faces on that one. So what we'll probably do is I will either do it through a call-in number, like you'll be able to call and then I'll have the line plugged in here, or I will have you guys do it through Discord. I'll figure that out. Discord's probably the easiest way to do it with a channel specifically made for that, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for donating to my new computer fund, which is essentially what this is going to be. As for me on my channel, if you're watching on the Debunks channel, bunch of content up this week. Tomorrow is going to be a critical drinker video and possibly a Copecast. I'm thinking I'm going to do a Copecast tomorrow. I had a lot of fun doing that on a Friday. As far as the Reloaded channel, you'll be getting another video from me tomorrow. It's supposed to come out today, but now it'll come out tomorrow because I wanted to wait and see if anything came out from Comic-Con, and there were some topics for me to cover. So there'll be a Reloaded video tomorrow, a Debunks video tomorrow, and a stream tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for that. With that being said, we're out of here, and because it's my stream and I can do anything that I want to do, I'm going to play my intro as my outro. So we'll see you guys next time.